Yo, what's going on, guys? S2E34 Gaming here, back once again in GTNH, on episode 34. And today we are in the world, and what we are doing is a whole bunch of things. So I started a new to-do list with a lot of things to do on it, like finishing my LSC. That's a work in progress. We're in the middle of that. You know, I'm thinking about that. I needed a whole bunch of Vibrant Alloy for that, and I almost forgot I have it all up here. Let us cool that down. Pretty soon we're going to have a blast furnace area. So in my inventory I have a whole lot of coils and blast furnaces. Not for the official blast furnace area yet, but these are going to be for the plat line stuff I want to be doing. Because I need to expand my plat line. So there's two pillars of what I need to get done right now. One of them is expanding my tungsten processing. I want it to run pretty much all the time. Like when I just wanted to fill it with tungsten and let it just process it through as often as it can, basically. And I wanted to, this tungsten takes so long to process, and in the last step, I just kind of want it running all the time. So I want to get that going, and it's going to take a while. So actually what I want to do is, so you get tungsten in the tungsten trioxide dust form, and then you have two choices. Do I make tungsten dust, or do I make a tungsten ingot? And the differentiation between these two choices is the circuit tier inside of here, basically. So I want a way to ask the question, like I'm going to stockpile tungsten trioxide, but I'm going to say, how much of this should be tungsten, how much of this should be ingots? And I got to think of a way to do that. I'm not quite sure yet, but I want to do it in the same blast furnace if possible. And that's the lazy way to do it. Maybe I shouldn't do that, but we'll see. Because yeah, right now I'm pretty much doing the majority of this manually, and I also need to automatically recycle the calcium chloride. That'd be helpful as well. So also, I updated my world, so some things that have changed. I noticed that ammonia needed a circuit 1 now. So the ammonia stopped running, and I had to put a circuit in there, because there's like a more batched recipe in that now, where it does like multiplies it by 9. And then the other thing that changed is down over here. So in my extreme extermination chamber, it's spawning the carbonite gasolines. I'm getting more drops in these now. So they're dropping mini red hearts and wrath shards now, which they used to not, and that clogged this up, and I ran out of chlorine because of it. Yeah, that's where we're at with all that. So I'm going to get to work trying to figure out how I want to set up this tungsten processing. And when I figure out, I might not have to do very much to fix this. So let's just take a look, and I'll figure it out, and I'll come back. Alright, so I put some time into this, put a little bit of love into this. So it's kind of scuffed how it is right now, because it was kind of awkward to set this up, because I need to simultaneously make the system capable of taking excess scheelite that I get processed and putting in here. So the way I'm dealing with this is the scheelite comes into this chest here, and it gets sucked out, put where it's got to go. But in doing that, we can see it by the recipe. This makes excess calcium chloride dust, and it kind of skips the whole step here. So the excess calcium chloride, when this fills up, it's going to go to this chest, and it's going to get put into the AE system by this via this import bus. Same goes for lithium, so the byproduct lithium from the tungstate autoclave, that also gets straight into the AE system now, which is very nice. And then I filled this up with more sodium, so this should be able to run 24/7 now. So whenever it needs to run, it will run. And then I redid the wiring back here. I did this so long ago, it was very messy. Not that it's much cleaner now, but it is less messy now. And then I added a new blast furnace, and this automatically gets us tungsten dust. So there's an argument to stockpile tungsten trioxide, and whenever I would want tungsten dust, to smelt that instead. But I'm going to do this for now. If I don't like this, we don't have to keep it this way. But we'll do this for now. This is an improvement, how it is regardless. Okay, so now what do I want to do? I guess I'm going to let that run for a little bit, and we're going to start making a lot of tungsten steel. And then I'm going to look at some recipes, because I want to figure out more plat-line stuff. Because I really want iridium for ender chests, because my luck is just terrible, and I can't get these. I also got to do the research. Nether star plates. Dude, it's so troll. Quantum star. Okay, we need to finish the radon loop then, which that shouldn't be hard to do. And the IV circuits are fine. So yeah, I'm going to get to that. Alright, so I've added a new machine to the plat line, and there's going to be a lot more coming very soon, but I'm looking at a like overall view of it, and there's a lot left to do. But I added in this blast furnace, which is going to have us recycle the platinum. And the recycle rate for the platinum is like a little over 80%. So we're going to be having a lot of platinum running through this right now. So that's kind of where I'm at. We also get to recycle chlorine back to the system with this. I believe that how I'm doing it right now, I need to double check my P2P network. But I think that the HCl is coming in externally from my system. Where does it come in? Right here. So yeah, I guess we'll send the chlorine back via P2P, and we'll keep making the chlorine in the chlorine, or keep making the HCl in the chlorine area. I think that makes sense. It's less efficient on channels than if we did everything in-house in this little area, but this is the way to do it. I think that's what I'm going to do. And if 99% of the time, I guess very likely here, I'm going to have to redo this whole thing. So don't take what I'm doing here for to be like the most absolute best way to do it. I've never done this before. So before we can keep going on with the plat line, we need to take a detour and do some industrial crop crossbreeding. And I'm going to be doing this because since I'm now in a higher tier now with a automated robot that'll do it for me. And the wiki actually tells you how to do this. So I bookmarked all the stuff I got to craft, which is a lot of things. So I guess I'm going to get to work and try to make this easy, as easy as I can by using the tools at my disposal. So yeah, we're going to use, I guess we're going to use a little bit of AE2 auto crafting, but a little bit of manual work as well. And then basically I'll just upload the programs to it, set up some stuff in Thaumcraft, and then we'll be able to automatically min-max our crops. And I can spend some more time doing the crop stuff. I'm also going to set up my personal dimension so that I can get rid of that ugly box in the air. So yeah, that's my plans for now. So a little bit of a detour, but it's okay. All right, so I'm making the biome now. I got this from the quest book. When you finish, I think when you go to the moon or something, you get the choice to get this now, the personal dimension. I'm gonna, for now, add 140 layers of air, then 1 layer of stones, because I don't want to, I just kind of want to have a baseline on the bottom to catch items for me. I think it's only like 130 something is the ideal height, but we'll go a little bit extra just to be safe. Because I'm not gonna go to build height in the farms. So yeah. I picked jungle as well. The other biomes weren't going. It was saying that the server wasn't allowing it, so we'll go jungle. I'll turn clouds off too, actually. Also, we see weather's off, so I don't gotta build a roof. That's very nice. Let's click it. Nice. I like the sky. Okay, you could edit it. That's what I thought. Let's make it a little bit bluer. These are all locked, though. No, it's in the right place. I want it up here. I don't want it at the bottom. I just want to make the height of the world 140. All right, so we went for a slightly different route. I'm taking time because I noticed that there's a slightly less upgraded Lapotronic capacitor that I can make. So I thought I was going to have to go with these ones that need the Lapotronic energy orbs, but these are just a little bit too much for me right now. So we're going to actually go for the slightly easier ones that only hold 60 million EU, which is still very good. So that's what the plan is for now. So the only other things I need for the multi-block is the actual thing itself, and then dynamo hatches. It looks like the energy hatch is where you inject the energy in, and the dynamos are where you take them out. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, we can build this while I'm waiting on other things. All right, so I'm hitting a problem where I'm going to need some more advanced circuit boards. So according to the quest, they wanted me to make glass fiber, but I looked at this recipe ahead of time. You could actually make this with raw carbon fiber. So why would I do it the other way? I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna do it this way. And then from here, you just chemical react this. Aluminum foils to make fiber reinforced circuit boards. So we gotta teach it aluminum foil, which I don't think it knows. Oh, it does know it. And then we gotta teach it another one. I forget which one. Oh, energetic alloy. That's what it was. Simply go to use, go to here. Yeah, we need energetic alloy foils, which are a little bit annoying, but we'll deal with that because we don't need that much of this right now. That's pretty cool. The next tier builds off of these with palladium foil, looks like. Interesting. Yeah, hopefully this will help us out to get to the next circuits here as well. I don't even know how close it is. Maybe we're closer than I thought we were to it. I was pretty happy with the nanos for a while. Let's take a little preview. Yeah, these go into a lot of different stuff that I need. So I definitely need to get this. Like I say, these go to the quantum circuits. That's pretty doable almost. We just need a circuit assembler, and then I need these qubits. How do I make these? Quantumize. Alright, we could do that. That's just annoying. So yeah, let's try to set up a little bit of an automation for this. I want to put it on autocraft demand. That's what I will do with it. So I need a chemical bath for this. Do I have one lying around? No. That's okay, we'll make one. So we toss this thing over here by its brother that also uses epoxy. So this will work out just perfectly. And I checked the temperature. The epoxy is okay to go in the potent fluid pipes. There we go. So auto out, hook that up. And then we'll grab an interface for that. I made a bunch of extra interfaces somewhere. Yeah, here they are. Pretty routine setup here. Okay, that should be happy now. All right, so now we're gonna teach that. And I've been taking so long for this episode because I've just been, I guess, doing things on my own that I'm not showing. Where I probably should be. Let me go name this actually. I mean, chemical bath, epoxy. Is anything else going to use this ever? I don't know. Okay, this episode, I've kind of been doing a lot of stuff that isn't really worth showing. Like, probably like over 10 hours of stuff that is not really interesting. Speaking of things that are not interesting, let's go smelt even more stuff. This blast furnace is going to put work in tonight. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, it's got a lot of work to do. So that thing runs off of my fuel system, actually, not my uranium, which is interesting. Okay, that's gaining. That's gaining. I'm also prepping to make processing arrays. I don't know if I mentioned this. I'm so scatterbrained this episode. It really is not like me. But I'm prepping to make processing arrays. I want 3 of them, which is kind of a problem. I want 3 of them because I want 1 for laser engravers, 1 for circuit assemblers, and 1 for regular assemblers. And getting to 3 of those is actually going to be quite a challenge. And I don't know why, but these machines keep stopping on me. Like, yeah, I feel like they have to be losing voltage because I think that the base is starting to run too many things at once. So let's go down here. I really think I'm stressing this out. I really do. And I'm getting worried about it. Because everything just keeps growing exponentially. And if I request like a difficult autocraft, that's probably what's happening to these. It's probably just dying. So that's not good. Very not good. So I'm almost ready to make this Lapotronic supercapacitor. But the other issue with this is that I need like good dynamo hatches and stuff for this. And I really don't have access to this right this second. Got to do a couple more things. So this needs iridium. And this also is going to cost me high power ICs, which I don't have yet because I need indium gallium phosphide. So there's a lot more steps before I can truly be done with this, and I didn't even realize it. So there might be a solution at EV for me to do with this, but it's kind of looking like I need to go big with IV. So we're kind of starting to we're kind of jumping into things here. So let's see if I could request like 20 of these. And try to see if we can skip this quest. Hopefully we can. Because I don't know why you would ever make that. Yeah, let's bookmark that. We'll register these. I gotta learn how to make the foils. Okay, that's the right one. And this guy, that's all we need right there. Oh, the wrong thing. Okay, so these are gonna go here. This is gonna go here. Wonderful. So let's see if I got these done. Is this working right? Yeah, it's going. These are really easy to make. Like that was not a difficult stretch at all, honestly. These go in here. And it looks like we're not skipping these quests, so maybe if I just ask for some more advanced circuit boards, I can do it. So let's try it and see what comes out. Oh, I need more energetic alloy. The blast furnaces are becoming a real problem, like a real big problem. And it's very obvious, so we can do these over here. Actually, can I? No, I can't. All right, I'll just prioritize doing this first. Yeah, maybe the blast furnaces need to get moved up. This is kind of a bigger problem than I thought it would be. It's way too one is pathetic. Like honestly, but the problem with having many blast furnaces is my power then, because they take power to run, like a lot of it. So then that brings me to make fluid nukes, because that's what I plan to do at IV, and I need to research that. So that's just going to take me even more time, which is okay. But what I know about fluid nukes, they take a lot of multi-block structures, and it's actually a lot of investment, but you get a lot out of it. It's a super efficient way to utilize your like different fuels, so that's what I'll be doing for sure. So let me write down a list of things I got to do, and we'll see what the priority list is going to be, because it's getting to be very difficult for me right now. I'm kind of in a pinch. I'm in a pretty bad spot right now where I need to get everything done yesterday, and it's all becoming a problem at once. So, like, resource acquisition isn't that bad. I can do that manually for now, but yeah, I'm working on setting up a ME controller sorting system over here, but it's a work in progress, and it's going to take a lot of power. So the power is the big problem right now. So let me consult. All right, so I did like a miniature root cause analysis to figure out what I want to go for. So I'm just going to explain what I went through here. So the main issue is power problems. So the issue is my base is blacking out occasionally. And the cause is not enough power generation. So the solution here is research fluid nukes and make a very good setup. So I got to learn about that. But to do that, I have another issue. The fluid nukes are going to need a larger energy buffer, because I know they run most efficiently when they have a little bit of a startup time, but they ramp up and get extremely efficient over time. So after that, you need to have a large power supply for that. So the solution is finished Laptronic storage capacitor. But there's an issue with that. I need IV dynamo and energy hashes to use the LC properly. And those have pretty steep resource requirements of iridium and indium. So that brings two more solutions. Finish the iridium sector of my plat line, and finish the indium processing. The issue with indium processing is that it is extremely heavy on aluminum. So to make one dust of indium, we're going to need 36 aluminum, which is wild, by the way. So to solve that problem, the solution is work on the crops. So the crops, I'm in the middle of that right now. I have a lot of things to craft, a lot of things to craft. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on, I think, first. So this helped me out. I think that this is what is going to be the focus for now. Things that are nice to have on the side that I'm going to be working on are processing arrays. It doesn't have to happen right now. It could happen right now, actually. Yeah, I could make these now, actually. They're expensive on the PICs. It's kind of it, which I can make, but just manually currently. I got plenty of them. What if I said, give me 3 of these? You would say I'm missing Lapotron chips. Okay. And then I want to tell you that I have a whole bunch more to do. So I will get 3 of those made, and maybe I can even, like tomorrow morning when I wake up and my blast furnace is done, I might be able to make all 3 of these PAs, and that'd be really, really good for me. So yeah, let me get to all that. And I'm going to keep crafting all this list of stuff I need. So this is a lot of stuff for me to craft. And they're all like little micro crafts that I'm not familiar with, so that's awesome. I wonder if it's worthwhile to teach the AE system all of these, but yeah, I don't know. There's so much random junk. If I was more into the computers, maybe I would. Like, what is that? But yeah, that's my priority right now. All right, so I had a little bit of a realization down here. So I'm kind of maxing out the batteries that I have in here. I used to have only 6 batteries in here, but now I have 9. And I think that the issue might have been that I was trying to pull like 7 or 8 amps of EV out, but it was only able to do 6 at a time. So that should solve the problem temporarily. But we gotta get to the root cause of the issue, which is the power overall. And as I read off earlier, there's a lot of things to do before that. But yeah, I guess I gotta end it here, guys. It's unfortunate, but I'm kind of at a point right now where progress has slowed down for the time being, just because I'm sort of at the limits of what my base can do right now. But I need to squeeze out more out of it. So yeah, pretty soon we'll be advancing a lot quicker, and there should be some massive breakthroughs pretty soon. I'm excited for that for sure. But unfortunately, this episode was a bit like scatterbrained, and not much stuff got resolved. There really wasn't a clear story arc in this one like there usually is, just kind of doing things. And I would scrap this, but given the amount of time I spent on this, I think it's just better to just put it out so you guys see this part of the journey, because this is part of playing Greg Tech, is doing shit and not seeing the rewards for it right away. Yeah, not everything gets wrapped up in a little bow tie in my 10-hour play session, or my 10 hours duration over a week. So yeah, big plans. If you guys want to see me play the game more, I'm doing streams now. For the most part, whenever I'm playing, I'm streaming. So exceptions are like this little burst right here where I just kind of hopped on late at night. So for the most part, I'll be streaming, I'd say most days for a couple hours. So we'll see about that. If you guys want to catch those or catch updates on that, I have a new Discord server. You can check it out. I'll drop the link in the description. You guys can join if you want. But otherwise, yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and hope you have a good day. See y'all next time.